The Legion of Angels, a story of restraint. The night was heavy in Gethsemane. The olive trees swayed in the stillness, their branches whispering secrets of sorrow. Jesus stood calmly, his face glistening with the sweat of prayer. He had just risen from pleading with the Father, and now the darkness of betrayal had arrived. A crowd approached, carrying swords and clubs. At their head was Judas, one of the 12, his face cloaked in shadow. He drew near and kissed the Master. At once, soldiers rushed forward to seize Jesus. Peter, burning with zeal, drew his sword and slashed at the nearest soldier, cutting off his ear. His heart pounded with fear and anger. How could they dare touch the Son of God? But Jesus, instead of calling for vengeance, raised his hand. His voice was steady, calm as the still waters. "Put your sword back in its place, for all who draw the sword will die by the sword. Do you not think I cannot call on my Father, and he will at once put at my disposal more than 12 legions of angels?" At that very moment, heaven trembled. Though unseen by the soldiers, the air split with a roar of power. Hosts of mighty angels stood ready, 12 legions, swords gleaming like fire, wings stretched across the sky. Each angel gripped his blade, eyes blazing, waiting for a single command. The earth itself seemed to pause. If Jesus spoke the word, the armies of heaven would descend in unstoppable fury. 72,000 warriors could crush Rome, shatter kingdoms, and scatter the enemies of God in an instant. But the command never came. Jesus' eyes, filled not with wrath but with love, looked upon the soldiers who bound him. He looked at Judas, trembling with guilt. He looked at Peter, still clutching his sword. Then he looked beyond, to the cross, to the nails, to the crown of thorns, and even beyond that, to the salvation of the world. Slowly he said, "But how then would the scriptures be fulfilled that say it must happen in this way?" The angels sheathed their swords. Heaven wept, but obeyed. The legions dissolved into the night, watching their king surrender not to weakness, but to love. And so Jesus was led away, not because he lacked power, but because he chose the path of sacrifice. The greatest victory would not come by the sword of angels, but by the cross of the Lamb. Moral lesson: true strength is not always shown in what power can destroy, but in what love can endure. Jesus had the might of heaven at his side, yet chose the way of humility, teaching us that surrender to God's will brings the greatest victory. Please like, share, comment, and follow for more.